Hey, Shalom. First, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Kwakadash, Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls God, Yahweh Shah, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. When they give it double honor to the apostles of great millstone who has taught me the truth, when they give it peace and blessings to the I came across the four corners of the earth, who teach this truth and risk life to do so. It's going to be a quick video. Lord, the video is edifying. Only I can get something from this video. I'm going to get a couple precepts here in Sirach 39 as far as going in on the heathen. And the Lord is going to, the heathen is going to drink of that cup. I might look like that they're prospering in this world, but you got to understand the world is governed by the wicked, right? The world is, what was Esau's blessing? One of his blessings was the fatness of the earth, right? And who was in confederate with Esau? The heathen are in confederate with Esau. Okay, and who is the people that they attack, and who is the people that they hate? Well, they hate the Israelites. Okay, it's not a coincidence that all these nations hate Israel. Okay, now those Amalekites over there, right? They're in league with the other nations. So how can they be the people? They're in league with the other nations for the most part. Okay, so how could they be the people? They're not the people, right? Because they don't fit any of the prophecies. They don't fit anything about the biblical Israel. They don't fit it. Okay, they don't measure up to what the scriptures say. It's only a group of people, a certain group of people, that measure up to what the scripture says as far as how these people will be hated, the curses, right? Prophecy, us discontinuing from our heritage, but also us waking back up at the latter end and coming to the realization of who we are, and knowing who we were. Okay, because what? The Lord said, in the land of their captivities, they should remember themselves. Okay, and America is one of the land of our captivities, and we are remembering ourselves. Okay, but without further ado, let's get into it. This is Sirach 39 and 23. It says, "As he hath turned the waters into saltness, so shall the heathen inherit his wrath." So you ever go to the ocean, it's hella salty, right? So as he turned the waters into saltness, right, it's for sure salty. Okay, so shall the heathen inherit his wrath. So for sure, the heathen is going to inherit the wrath of the Most High, man. Okay, they are. As a matter of fact, you might ask why. Let me tell you. Right here, this is Zechariah 1 and 15. Let me go down. Right, I'll start at 15. Zechariah 1 and 15, it says, "And I'm very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease, for I was but a little displeased, and they helped forth the affliction." So they helped forth the affliction. They did a lot, man. They did a lot. You got to, like, if you do the history on what these heathen had done to Jake, man, they did a lot, man. Slaughtering, right? They beat us. If you go into, you can read about ancient Egypt, and they was beating our ass, man. At one point, they made us go get our own brick, right? And we still had to keep the same quota. Like these people have had us in subjection for a long time, man. Okay, for a long time. It says, "Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, I am returned to Jerusalem with mercies. My house shall be built in it, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, and a line shall be stretched forth upon Jerusalem." It says, that was the point in 15. That was the point, but let me read 16 again. It says, "Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, I am returned to Jerusalem with mercies," right? It's not a coincidence that we're receiving this knowledge. It's not a coincidence that you got like-minded men across the four corners of the earth teaching and preaching his word. And most of us has never met each other, but yet we're on one accord, in this doctrine, okay, teaching the 100% truth. Okay, this is Jeremiah 50. And 4, it says, "In those days and in that time, saith the Lord Yahweh, the children of Israel shall come, they and the children of Judah together. So both the southern and the northern kingdom shall come together, going and weeping. They shall go and seek the Lord Yahweh, their power." And that's what's going on. That's what's happening. Okay. And what's bringing us together? The word with the Lord, really, because Yahweh Shai is that chief cornerstone. Let me also grab this real quick. This is This is Baruch 4. Go to the last verse. And 37, it says, Lo, thy sons come, whom thou sentest away. They come gathered together from the east to the west by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the glory of the Most High. And that's what's happening. That's what's happening. So this thing is not of men. Scripture says if it was of men, it should come to naught. Okay? If it was of men, it should come to naught. Notice every, movement that the so-called, African Americans had, or the so-called Latinos had, that was of men, it came to naught. It came to nothing. Right? But this right here is not of men. Okay? This is not of men, man. Let me grab this since I mentioned it. This is Baruch 2 and 30. It says, For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves. And indeed, like I said earlier in the video, America is one of the land of our captivities, man. Okay, we are remembering ourselves here in America, okay? Right? But we're scattered across the four corners of the earth, and that's a curse, right? Showing you that Jake is not, you got some Jake in the land, but the majority, for the most part, Jake is not in the land right now. Jake is scattered across the four corners of the earth underneath these heathen, working, slaving. All right? That's what it is. Okay? It says, but what? We're remembering ourselves. Okay? It says, and shall know that I am the Lord, their power, for I will give them an heart and ears to hear. Right? So the Lord gave us a mind and ears to hear and to understand what's going on. Right? So he should be what? Of a quick understanding. Okay? And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity and think upon my name. That's why we have the name Yahweh and the son named Yahweh Shai. Okay? That's what it is. This is prophecy, man. Okay? Let me grab this as well, just to back up. Matter of fact, I need to grab this. Shrink. Jeremiah 49 and 12. I'm going to start at 10. It says, But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. Leave thy fatherless children. I will preserve them alive, and let thy widows trust in me. For thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have surely drunken. And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. So they're not going to go unpunished, but they are going to surely drink of the cup. Okay, it says, For I have sworn by myself, said the Lord Yahweh, that Basra shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual waste. And that modern day Basra is America. Okay, Isaiah 63, verse 1, just to back up what I said about Basra being America. It says, Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? Right, that modern day Basra is America. And why? Because ultimately Esau, Edom, controls America. This is his I wouldn't call it a country, but this is his experiment. This is, his place of wickedness. This is where he do his sacrifices. This is where he experiment on people. This is where it's not a coincidence that America is the youngest nation, right? But had the amount of power that it had in so quickly, right? It's not a coincidence, but it was the most wicked kingdom to ever exist. It was wicked as fuck. Okay, I mean, here it is. Like these people say, "Oh, the land of the free," right? The land of the free, the land of the free. Well, it's not the land of the. It's not. It's the land of the free to do what the fuck you want to do as far as, wickedness, right? So if you want to, serve this guy, you can serve that guy. If you want to be a Satanist, you could be a Satanist. If you want to be a Mo, you could be a Mo. If you want to be a P, you could be a P. I don't know if I can say the word, but what I'm talking about. If you want to be if you whatever you want to do to please the flesh, America gives you a license to do it, right? But that's why it has a great punishment. That's why it has a judgment. Like that's why it has 200 million missiles prophesied to be shot upon it, right? Because I mean, it's wicked. It's things that go on behind closed doors that we don't know about, that they don't show you, that they don't tell you. These motherfuckers is wicked, man. Okay, the higher ups, the elites of that run America is wicked, man. Okay, these motherfuckers, they wicked, right? Big pharma, all that shit, man. You know, when you do your research on that, it's like they never intended for people to be healthy or to be, all the way right. Right? They always intended for people to need them. Why? So they can have that money. So they can have that dollar. They not it. Come on, man. That's why when you listen to a commercial and you aspirin, right, or ibuprofen or whatever, right, it'll tell you, oh, it does this, it does that, but they'll speed through the side effects. Oh, well, if you haven't, and you end up, you might take the shit for a headache, and then you read the or you hear the side effects and say may cause severe migraines. Like, what the fuck are you taking it for? Right? But scripture say what? The medicines are in the earth, right? Esau got it backwards, man. He doesn't cure the problem. He dims the problem, but keeps the problem there so you need him. Right? That's the devil for you. Okay? So Isaiah 63:1 again, it says, who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? This that is glorious in his apparel. And that's Yahushua that is talking about. Traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Okay, so that's the Lord, and you can read about that coming back in 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter, right? But that minor, why did it say Edom, right? Why did it say from Basra? Because America is that modern day Basra. Okay, that's who runs America, the Edomites, man. That's who runs it, man. Okay, and they hate Jake. If you don't think these heathen hate Jake, you a motherfucking fool, man. Okay, that's one thing about Jake, man. They try to side up. Oh, you shouldn't hate Jake. Have a hippie attitude when it comes toward the heathen, but have a wicked ass, evil attitude, right? When it comes to his own people, that's the wildest shit ever. Because here it is that you'll argue with me and fight with me over the behalf of a fucking heathen, but or you'll argue with me over something, and then when it comes down to talking about it, talking about a heathen, they ain't that bad. Not all of them are like that. Not all white people, or not all Middle Eastern people, or not all whatever, right? Asian people are racist, not, man, but they will argue with you about some small shit. Why? Because they have the Stockholm syndrome. We can't hate, but why can't you? When they done did all manner of wickedness to us. Okay? They the reason why, they part of the reason why me and you go back and forth with each other. Because you blind. They got you blinded. You can't see who you are, and I'm telling you who you are. You're a Hebrew Israelite, but yet you don't want to accept that. You would rather listen to what the heathen tell you are, like they're going to tell you the truth. That's what's wrong with Jake, man. Okay? Like we had one yesterday at camp that, I'm giving that example because we had one yesterday at camp that came up. Bumping his fucking gums. This is Psalms 83 and 2. It says, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. See, they that hate thee, they hate us. Okay, they hate us. It says, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation. See, how do you cut somebody off from being a nation? Well, you take away their heritage, right? You take away their customs, their statutes. You take away their them knowing that their power. You take away them knowing who they are, right? You try to put them in gross darkness. Okay, it says that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. See, you have to hate a people to try to take their name from being in remembrance. Okay, it says, for they have consulted together with one consent, they are confederate against thee, and it lists all the heathen. Okay, so hey, Jake got to understand and read that, but if Jake don't understand that he's a Hebrew Israelite, he's not going to know who the heathen is. And if he don't know who the heathen is, then he's not going to know the agenda. He going to think everybody is cool and not everybody is like that, not everybody, but that's not our point. Our point is because not everybody who look like a heathen is a heathen. Not everybody who look like a Jake is a Jake. Stinkers of the spirit. Okay? Stinkers of the spirit, man. But for those who are heathen and you have Jake vouching for the heathen, scriptures say that though hands on the hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished. Okay? So they're going to go they're not going to go unpunished. They're going to be punished, man. They're going to drink of that cup, no matter what. No matter what, they're going to drink of that cup, man. Okay. So with that, and if you following behind them, you're gonna drink. You're gonna get that wrath as well, Jake. Well, 2/3 of our people, like I told him yesterday, two-thirds of our people is, they're gonna die here in America, man, and burn and ultimately take part in that judgment. But 1/3 in the elect is gonna make it through. Okay, so with that, Lord, the video is edifying. Lowly, I can got something from this video. I'm gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Kwakadash. I'm gonna tell you brothers to keep pushing on to the next. Shalom.